to you from Just a Few Friends, the Pride, and we are having our Halloween blog hop. So I have a fair few projects that I really want to share with you all. Some I created for the hop, and some I began last year and finished off while I was using all the Halloween papers. So I shall get started. I've done this movie a couple of times now, and it runs way over, it goes way over time. So I will talk as fast, probably talk pretty fast, but got to try and get through it all. So my first project is the slider card. We were challenged by Elsa to create a slider card, and whilst I'm not much of a card maker, I did have fun making this slider card. Not that it's going to be something that I'll do a lot of, but it was certainly challenging, easy enough to do, but mine became tricky when I started to decorate it. When it was sort of in its bare bones and it wasn't very heavy, it worked really well. So I've used the Graphic 45 Halloween collection all the way through my projects. I've cut out here, I've used the 12 by 12 paper pad, and this cutout here for the Mad Hatter is from the 8 by 8 paper pad. So for my slider mechanism to work, we grab a hold of the Mad Hatter and we pull it out like so, and out pops the tag at the end. And this worked really well before I started to glue paper on, and it even worked right up until when I started to layer up on this end here. So on this part here, I've just stamped with the Crafty Secrets stamp collection, Greetings from Wonderland, and then you just slide it back in, just like so. And then our other part of the challenge was to make it our own. So all I did was to turn mine into an easel card. And sometimes it slides and sometimes it doesn't. So I can get it to sort of pull out, but it doesn't come all the way. So, but anyway, so there was my slider card. Kind of works, kind of doesn't. And then my next project that I have to share with you, is one of my half-done projects that was in my UFO basket, unfinished objects box, sorry. And I started this last year at Halloween time, and then Halloween passed and it sort of got shelved. But this is one of those matchboxes that we can get down here in Australia. It's about 2 3/4 inches, I think, about 2 3/4 this way, and it's 2 inches this way. And all I've done is pull the box apart and made it so that it joins with a magnet here on the side. So it's turned it into like a little treasure type box. I've painted the base of the box with just some black acrylic paint and then glued some cutouts from the paper collection around it. I also cut a window into the top of the box and then layered up cutouts from the paper collection on top of there as well. Added a little mulberry flower and some metallic corners here, bling, and the little handle is just a little bead, but I really liked it. It has like a crackle effect on it, which I thought sort of went well with the theme. So then inside is a little mini, and this mini is made from one 8 by 8 piece of paper, and it's done in the meandering style. It's done the same way as you would make a 12 by 12 meandering style mini, and yeah, it's coming unstuck a little bit, but every second or third page has a tag pocket in it, so that if I work this way you'll be able to see it better. So a little tag there, and I haven't decorated it overly a lot. I've just put a lot of little photo mats in it. Being so small, there's not a lot of room for embellishment, and then for it to fit back into the box, I didn't want it to get too chunky. So that was one of my half-done projects completed and out of my UFO box. And this one here is an altered McDonald's takeaway coffee cup, just the small size. And what I did with this one was I stripped off the outer layer and used their layer as a template to make my own from the paper collection. And I also then cut that layer up into thirds so that I could get the middle strip here. and cut it out from the paper collection as well. And then I've just laid it up with some ribbon and some lace. And then on the front side, I've just embellished it with some flowers, some feathers, a stick pin here. I got this in the swap a long time ago. And then I've cut out Alice again. I fussy cut Alice out from the paper collection. I think she's come from the 12 by 12 and one of the playing cards. And so I wanted to do the lid as well, because I've got the lid, and I wanted to do the lid as well. But unfortunately, once I painted the cup black inside and out, it kind of all swelled up and the lid didn't fit it anymore. So I had to rethink it. So I made it like a little bucket and put a curly wire. That's just some black craft wire that I curled up and added to it. So that is those two. Then my third project that I have, this is a little mini, and it's done in the fashion, or actually I followed the tutorial that Creative Cafe Girl did, Susie, last year. Around this time, Susie put a lot of these box type mini albums out, and I followed her tutorial, and this was not quite completed, so it didn't take very long for me to finish this one off this year. But I've used the 8x8 pads, and I've laid up the paper, and then I've fussy cut out all the images again so that it has a lot of dimension. So when I open the top flap to open up the mini album, you can see that I've sort of cut it so that she meets in half there. I've used some glossy accents on all of the fussy cutting to give them with some durability, and also to just add a little bit more to the book. And then I've used some little black bling from Kaiser Craft on the vines. So I won't. I'll try not to linger too long on the pages, but I will leave a link below to Susie's if you go and check out her channel, and there is a tutorial in there. You might just have to search them for a bit. So the style of the mini doesn't give you a lot of room for lumpy bumpy scrapping, so I've tried to keep it all pretty flat, and it's rather repetitious, so it's just belly bands and photo mats. So I did some stamping here and just some inking on the tags. So this one opens out this way. I have made a pocket this here, photo mats, some tags. On this one I didn't do very much at all, because I love these newspaper prints that Graphic 45 put in their collections. And I've just used, I think this is Sizzix dye, and I put some glossy accents on Alice, but I don't think you're going to actually get to see, but that's kind of got some dimension, just a little bit of dimension, a different texture to the rest of the paper, and then just a little black flower with a clock face inside. And then this page over here they're both the same. I rose out with another belly band, just a couple of cutouts from the collection. I've mixed the two sizes together, the 8x8s and the 12x12s. So, and then more of the same, just cutouts from the collection, belly bands, photo mats, tags, and the same over here. I cut this one out on the Cricut. It just tucks in behind here where I punched some borders and added some ribbon. The layout, or the way that this opens up, makes it a little tricky to show you what I've done where, but I've left this one plain. Just was where it is in the book, I needed to reduce the embellishment, so I've just left this one plain. So then you open out this side, and again I've just got some tags cut from the collection, laid up some cutouts and some fussy cutting, and made photo mats that slide in under belly bands. Then this page here flips down this way, so there's a place for a photo here. Hang on, I'll slide it out a little bit. So this one here, I've just used Sizzlitz, I think it's the Sizzlitz dye. Comes with 3 or 4 architectural type corners. And then I made a pocket here and slipped in another one of my Cricut cutouts there. And then the middle one, I've used the Baroque die and done some more stamping. On the back is plain for journaling or photo adding. And then this one opens out this way, and then we're at sort of the end. This is the base of the book. So this is from the 8x8 paper pad, and then I've cut the clock out on my Cricut, and I've used glossy accents to make the clock edge look shiny, and I've also placed a piece of acrylic in underneath the inner of the watch and put a picture of the rabbit. And then the little tag again is the rabbit with I'm late in the corner, stamped in the corner. So that's my mini. That was another project that I've got completed and out of my box and all done. So I'll put that back together when I've finished here. Just sit it over here. And then my last project, this is one that I actually made for the hop as well, is the Mad Hatter's hat. I was going to say tea hat, but it's the Mad Hatter's hat. And this is an SVG file that I bought from, oh my gosh, which one? SVGaddict.com. Mental blank then, sorry guys. So it has like a wave in the brim so that you get, you kind of get the shape of the Mad Hatter's hat. And it's raised up a little bit here in the top as well. So I've cut the whole thing out from just some black cardstock, really heavy cardstock. The heavier the better, I found. The hat came together and was shaped easier with heavier cardstock. And then I've cut it again out of the paper collection and just layered it up. So just some fiddly resizing with the SVGs. But I've I crocheted a purple flower, and I've just used a variegated purple cotton, crochet cotton. And these are tags from the paper collection. And the stick pin that I've used is one that I received from Shah from Crafting Passions when we were doing stick pin swaps and that last year. And I loved how she did it, and it just sort of reminded me of a scepter. It looks a bit like a witch's scepter, so I stuck that one in there. And then I've just got some feathers, some tulle, that's some of the tulle that Elsa sent out in my big haul box, and just I've looped up some strands of the black pearls and put them here, and then I've just added some strings, hot glued some strings of pearls down as well. And then, oh, it's coming off, I added some bling, and I'm sure that's some of the bling Elsa sent me as well, that she got for me from Michael's. So I've added the title from the 8x8 pad, and black lace all the way around the edge, and then a strip of black ribbon, and then I've just put a nice little button here with some feathers just to finish up on this side, just to even it up a little bit. So there it is. There are my projects. And yay, I came in under 15 minutes. And yeah, so I will have a list down below of everybody else's either blog or YouTube channel to see if they've put any movies out for the hop. But if not, just jump on over to Elsa at JustafewDesigns.blogspot.com, and the hop starts from there, and you follow all the names through. So thanks everyone for watching, and I shall see you again soon. Bye.